Welcome to Jackson Oven. We are your source for industrial ovens, parts, and service. My name is Eric Messner, and I will be walking you through and providing guidance on troubleshooting your gas-fired oven. You should be a qualified professional before proceeding with this video. In this video, we will be discussing our Burnoff oven with J83DS burners. You should have your operator's manual and electrical schematic handy during this video.
Go ahead.
Here we have the J83DS burner, and it's a direct spark burner, meaning the pilot and main flame trial for ignition happen simultaneously. The igniter and flame rod here on your burner are identical and interchangeable between the top and bottom burners on your oven. The ignition and flame detection is provided by a Honeywell S87D module located inside the burner here. This is also your flame proving device. The igniter and flame rod are held in position by the igniter assembly, again located here. We're going to show you how to remove this device so you can interchange them on your oven. First, shut off your main gas valve. Remove the gas valve from the assembly. Slide your sleeve up. Remove the nut, remove the wire. Same with the other side. Take out the two Tech screws located at the bottom, and you can remove the assembly itself. On this, you'll want to make sure the holes inside your assembly are clean in there, and that your proper spacing on your flame rod and igniter. You want at least a 3/16 gap between those two, or else your unit will ground out. You'll exchange this with the top burner or vice versa and see if the problem moves with the igniter or if it stays the same. That will help isolate if this is the problem with your unit. To put back on, you go in reverse. You always want to put the wires on prior to assembly. You do this so that you make sure that your flame rod and igniter don't twist or turn after you've put them in and ground the unit out. After you've done that, replace the igniter. Replace your gas valve. Reapply your Tech screws, tighten everything down, and you'll be back up and running.
As we look at your oven, most ovens are all set up the same. They may be controls on the side or the back, depending. But the components are identical. We have your door limit switch here on the front. Moving to the rear of the oven, we have the water piping, and we have your gas train operation. You do have a blower low and a blower up high, all with independent gauges. Prior to starting your oven, all your settings, the door limit switch needs to be triggered. Your high-low gas pressure switch needs to be activated, and the water pressure switch needs to be activated. If these three safeties are not met, your oven will not fire. Temporarily, you can jumper these safeties one at a time to see if one of your safeties is out of commission and needs to be replaced. If you're experiencing an alarm, there are several reasons that may cause this. First, make note of what lights are illuminated on the control panel. If your oven or afterburner is in excess temperature, let the oven go below the set point and hit the reset button on the control panel. You may experience high or low gas pressure. Take note of what your pressure into the oven is. Let the load cool to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and open the door to trigger the door switch. Now you can adjust your gas pressure on the switch up or down. Then push the reset lever on the switch and restart your cycle. To do that on your gas valve, in order to give gas pressure, remove the screw, insert a screwdriver, go clockwise to increase your gas pressure, counterclockwise to decrease. Also on your burner unit, here's where you adjust gas flow. On this, you go counterclockwise to increase, clockwise to decrease. Again, all it is caps with a keyhole for a flathead screwdriver in there. You may have too low of water pressure. You'll need to increase the water pressure to the oven, let the load cool to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and then open the door, triggering the door safety switch. Adjust your water pressure and restart your cycle at this time. If the afterburner, located above, or in some cases a rear mount, our oven has a flame failure, it'll light on the control panel. What you'll want to do is, as we did earlier, you'll swap the igniter assembly with the other burner. If the prob moves with that burner, then you know that you need to clean or replace the igniter and flame. Always keep a spare igniter and flame rod in stock. See our website at www.jacksonoven.com or call me to place an order. If your afterburner or oven excess temperature light becomes illuminated, there are a couple things that can cause this. If excess temperature condition occurs early in the cycle and your controllers are not reflecting abnormal temperatures, the problem is a failed thermocouple. Here's the thermocouple on the oven. There's also one on the afterburner above. Replace the thermocouple in afterburner oven, whichever light is illuminated. The thermocouple, when it fails, always fails to the high end. If the excess temperature condition occurs during the cycle and one or both of your controllers are reflecting high temperatures compared to normal, then you probably have a real high temperature condition. After the temperature drops below the set point, push the reset button on the control panel door. There are 3 high limit controllers on your oven. Inside the control panel, you will see them here. The oven high limit is set for 950 degrees. Once it hits that temperature, it will shut down the oven. The afterburner has 2. One at 2000, which when it hits that temperature, it turns off the oven, activates the water, and at 2200 degrees, when it deactivates the afterburner and also turns on the water. For any problems not discussed in this video, or if you're still not able to diagnose the issue, please call us at 517-784-9660. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and hope this helped you troubleshoot your problem. I look forward to assisting you in the future.